I had a stress stream, I think 2 nights ago, where we were recording the podcast and I was doing like the giveaway segment and I messed up. And you were like, no, keep it going. We don't edit this show. And I'm like, Oxie. And I got mad at you. I was like, Oxie, I need you to edit this. I am not going, I am going to do it again. And then like I paused for way too long. And you're like, you okay there, dog? I was like, I am stressed out and I do not know what to say. And I woke up, I'm like, okay, good. That was a dream.
Bro, I got you flustered in your dreams. Okay. God damn.
Yeah, it was bad.
I got this boy sweating thinking about me at night. All right. You're not the first. That's okay.
Hell yeah. All right. Ready when you are, sir.
Hello, and welcome back to Xpwaste, where the XP per day needed to max by Runefest grows by the tick, and it's terrifying. Hi, I'm Oxie.
And I'm Michael. If this is your first time tuning into Xpwaste, welcome. We're glad you chose our podcast to fill your ear holes with all things RuneScape. RuneScape, old school RuneScape, that is, not RuneScape 3. I mean, listen, we may talk about RuneScape 3, and I think that's okay, but it's unlikely. We're an old school RuneScape podcast. We talk about the news. We talk about what's happening in the game. We talk about things we enjoy about the game. We're going to go off on tangents, so be prepared. And if that bothers you, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. If you're not new around here, welcome back. We're glad you're back. I wanted to start out the episode with a little bit of an exciting announcement. It's nothing huge. Ooh. It's nothing huge, but we are giving away a RuneScape plushie. So if you remember back to the Summer Summit, Jagex introduced these plushies. Oxie has some. I have some over here. And we have a pair of plushies to give away. We recently gave away this one. Gave away the old Bob the Cat to one of our patrons over on Discord. And decided we have the rest of the gang here. Let's give these away to our YouTube subscribers. So if you are listening on Spotify, you can do this too, but go over on the YouTube channel, leave a comment with your favorite Slayer task, and also hit the subscribe button because we're only picking subscribers. So leave a comment, subscribe, and soon in the future, I don't know when, maybe next week, we're going to go ahead and pick a random comment, and that comment will win this plushie. So we'll try and reach out to you as best we can. I know that sometimes on YouTube, like you can't message people, so we'll figure it out. But that's a problem for future us. Leave a comment with your favorite Slayer task, subscribe to the channel, like the video, why not? Like this video, and we're picking a winner. So this could be yours, Neve, the plushie. And then we're going to try and figure out what to do with the Wise Old Man and the Gnome Child. Maybe do like a TikTok giveaway or Instagram or maybe more Discord giveaways. Who knows? That's it for the news, exciting stuff. How are you, Oxie?
I am not too bad. We took the last 2 weeks off because the last weekend with the Super Bowl, the timing for Michael and I was abysmal. It was like our options are record on Tuesday night after work and do like a super quick and dirty edit on Wednesday after work, which wouldn't have worked out because Wednesday was Valentine's Day and I was the one recording. So that would have been that was just not a good plan.
Yeah. Or
don't do an episode because I was not available. Like this entire weekend was just totally scuffed for me. This past weekend, not the weekend of the Super Bowl, that is. It was good. It was a good weekend, but it was busy and I could not record. So we've taken a little bit of time off. In the time off, I once again, I've been doing a lot of mining, but doing a little bit of raiding here and there, but mostly just mining and playing other games and enjoying IRL stuff. Yeah. Currently, I said in the intro that the XP to Runefest is ever growing. There are 202 days until Runefest. There are, what does this say here? 29 million ticks. About 29 million ticks until Runefest starts. And I need 342,788 XP a day in order to max by Runefest.
Wow.
Which I think is possible once we get over this mining hump.
Yeah.
We are about to hit 96 today. We have 77k left, which we'll be able to do. We'll hit 96, and then we'll hit 2200. And I think from there, we'll have the motivation to keep going. Initially, I thought to myself, I'll get it done by the end of February. In order to do that, I need something like 300k mining XP a day from today until the end of the month. From the day record to the end of the month. I don't know if that is possible to do in 11 days. It's not totally unrealistic, but it's not great. Yeah, Chaos Cleric says "fuck that noise" in the recording booth chat, and I feel that on a spiritual level. I think once this is going to get done, I'm going to forward some ducats to get a buyable done to try to chip away at some of these other buyable skills and get this XP needed per day down a little bit more.
Get you 99
because the
construction.
less XP, I don't know if I can afford 99 construction yet. I could be able to. I'd have to like sell stuff is the issue. Like I really would have to.
You want a friendship loan?
No,
I got the ducats just like I have like several hundred mil just chilling.
I mean, either way, that means any money I make, it's going to go away. So I would rather buy it, you know, so we'll figure something out. Yeah, all those sharks sitting there.
You know, fun fact, I sold all my sharks and I waited for the market to go back up and I didn't lose any money selling them. I think I actually made money.
He gave up on his dreams, folks.
No, like the sharks are gone, but the money is there. And I'm going to use the money to buy anglers. And just cook anglers whenever I feel like motivated to do that. In smaller batches.
Yeah, it's probably a smarter decision, you know, long term. Raccoon says Oxie needs a quick next arc to get 99 construction.
Dude,
the boys in the clan, I don't know what you guys have been doing. The people, the regulars in TNL have been making buku bucks at Nex. I don't know if y'all are doing small teams or getting lucky in mass rolls or what it is, but people are making like $1 bill a month out here doing Nex.
Wow.
And it's ridiculous. It's honestly ridiculous. I need to be able to afford Missouri so I'm not a total shitter. And then who knows? Maybe we can do it from there. Or we can just do it in D-Hide and never MVP. I don't really care that much.
Does MVP get a bigger split?
MVP probably gets a better chance to get drops. I'm not actually sure.
Yeah, but
I don't really. I haven't killed
team,
a lot of Nex.
In a small team, you split it anyway. Who doesn't matter who's MVP. But I'm just saying, like in that instance, it's more so a question for the guys in the booth. If that's I don't know if that's like a rule.
I don't know.
If you get the drop in your name and you were MVP, you get a bigger split. Who knows? Oh.
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe we spend a couple weeks at Nex after we get 99 mining and we get the money and we do construction and herblore and fletching, and because those are my 3 buyables I have left. I'm pretty sure construction, herblore, fletching. Have you seen the new thieving method in the wilderness?
The rogue's chest?
Dude, I'm hearing reports it's like 300k an hour. That cannot be correct.
Yeah, it's good money too. I mean, it's high risk. It's extremely high risk. Like
200k an hour in the deep wilderness? What do you need to open it? Just prayer gear? That's what I've heard is people are wearing just prayer gear out there. Dude, that's ridiculous. You mean to tell me I can bring a looting bag, a seed pod, and a lockpick and get 200k an hour and just sit there forever? 99 thieving is not going to be too bad.
Aren't you already 95?
Yeah.
And already
I got 95
free as hell?
Yeah, but if it's faster XP I'm just looking for something fast, Michael. I'm looking for getting this goddamn daily XP needed to max down, okay? I'm trying to decrease it. That's the goal.
Let me see. RD Knights. Okay, so I was about to offer some friendly maxing advice because you said that you wanted to get all of your Bibles done now. I would urge you not to do that
I don't want to get them
because
all done now, but if I can get the money to get them, that'd be nice.
yeah, well, just don't knock out all the fast ones and leave the slow ones because that's a recipe for not maxing.
Hmm.
Just do some slow ones and then reward yourself with a fast one and then do a couple slow ones and then you'll max a lot easier.
How
Mining
many
into agility into runecrafting? Nope, not gonna lie. That's
dog
kind of what I
fear
did.
fear from 92 to 99? How many laps of sepulcher is it? Like 600? It's like 600 complete sepulcher runs, something like that, to get 99. Because like that seems marginally more tolerable. But yeah, who knows? I mean, we're maxing. We're doing it. We're doing it really slowly. I will say star mining has significantly helped. Star mining has
Yeah.
significantly helped because I can play other games. I cannot really pay attention to what's going on. I was star mining all throughout our Patreon stream on Friday.
Nice.
It's been cool as mining can be, but we're cruising, and I'm excited to have an update that isn't the same old for a long
Bro.
I feel like for all year I've just been talking about mining. We're about to get 2200 total today, so that'll be a cool milestone to hit. So it feels like I'm actually doing something. I'll finally get into my last bracket of worlds that I can
Yeah.
ever access. Like that'll be cool today. That's finally happening.
Until they do 20,
Otherwise
2300? No, they wouldn't do
I
2300.
mean, I don't think they're gonna do
Do
2300.
max worlds?
No, they're gonna
376?
do max worlds.
If we get another
worlds.
skill, they'll surely do like 2400. Because it'll be 24,
I mean, you can't even get
30.
you can't even get 2400 total level though.
It'd be 20. No,
Oh, you mean
we
if you get
another
a
skill.
second skill addition in
Yeah,
addition to
it'd be
sailing.
2475. That's actually a cool number. 2475. I don't know. The 6 on the end of 2376 is just kind of weird.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm up to now. That's all I've got. It's boring.
Are we gonna have to call out the dogs on you? People at you in Discord like, how's the mining going?
I mean, people already do. I don't think it's a matter of like, oh God, Oxie, like I can't like sit on my laptop all day at work anymore. So sometimes I'll bring it in. Like if I have a truly empty day, I can bring it in.
Yeah.
And mine for a while. But like if I got a back-to-back or a back-3 back with clients and I've got meetings and things like that, it's a little bit more difficult nowadays because my caseload's picking up. But mine's star faster. Yeah, absolutely fair. Just like
go.
But yeah, that's all we've been up to. It feels like.
Yeah, I remember those days of just like doing one skill and only talking about that in the updates for months at a time. It's not fun.
It's misery. It's absolute misery. But once it's done, folks, we are on an optimistic upturn. That's how I'm going to end my How Was Your Week. Once this nightmare is over, it's all going to be cheering because we're doing Souls and Artie while we record. We're doing Sepulcher and Goater while we're not. And we are going to be chilling our way through to max because I've seen a lot of friends max in the last month. And it's going to happen. So we're going to get there to be more optimistic, but not today. So, Michael, how have you been?
I have been fairly decent. I'm not going to talk about RuneScape because literally, Oxie, I've logged into RuneScape twice in the last 2 weeks. It's been a very weird time in my life.
What am I going to say? What am I going to say? What am I going to say?
I don't know what you're going to say.
You guys talk for 20 minutes to finally get to the RuneScape, only to say I didn't do anything in RuneScape? SMH, Michael.
SMH. Yeah, like...
No, go ahead. Tell me. I don't give a shit. Tell me about your week. What do you got going on?
It's been a weird... like, time after... Leagues has thrown me off, I think. Like, I'll sit down at the computer, and this happened more than once. Like, it's not for not trying. I've sat down at the computer, I've logged in, I've looked at the account and said, I have nothing to do. And then I just get up and I go watch TikToks or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm burnt or just bored. Maybe both. But I've been playing other games. I've been playing a bit of Baldur's Gate, still trying to finish that game. And there were several nights where I played several hours of Halo Infinite with my friend, who I grew up playing Halo with him, and so it's been like a really fun experience to just get back into the game and feel like I'm 10 again playing a Halo LAN party, but it's online. So yeah, Gay Raccoon said sounds like someone needs a new goal, and then he put the Infernal Cave. I don't know. Whether I need a new goal or not, I think I'm going to take this time and just kind of roll with it because I think it's a healthy break, Like I've gone pretty hard for the last several years, and it's good to take breaks. So I'm not going to take this time to talk about RuneScape. What I am going to talk about is the new merch that we have. I'm wearing the sheep question mark.
Selling out. Oh
no, I'm excited about it,
I've
dude.
done nothing and I'm selling out.
I'm not selling out. I'm excited about it. This is the new sheep question mark. And it's like a if you know you know shirt. Because it's not directly the design, but this one is. I got both.
I like this one a lot. I got to get me one of these because I really like that.
This is sheep in quotation mark. There's a lot of like back and forth with the patrons on getting this exactly right, and shout out to Soggy Waffles for the idea. But originally I just had a sheep with the words Xpwaste, and he messaged me on Discord, and he was like, "Well, why don't you put like the penguin feet underneath, and make it RuneScape related, but not really RuneScape? Like this isn't the character models from in the game." And so this one's a if you know you know, like the penguins are overlaid with the sheep, and that one's the sheep, and then this is the Xpwaste Pride shirt. Love this one. This is in the I think it's called Dark Oxblood. It's a weird name for a shirt, but it's like a dark purple brown color.
I like it. I do like the color of that shirt a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
And then the tags are custom also.
You look hella good today. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's in all of them, but each one of the shirts that have a design on it has the custom tag, and this one's 3D. So the custom
that's cool.
is going all the way through. And then you can't see it, but my wife is wearing the floral hoodie. So got some new designs on the merch store, xpwaste.shop. I'm really excited about them. I'm working on a couple more, but I gotta wait for that creative adrenaline rush or the creative juices to just hit, and I make 6 more and put them up on the shop.
Did we talk about this on the last episode of the show, your creative juices? I think we might
Yeah,
have.
we did. Yeah.
Let's just say I don't remember if we talked about it last time. I think we did, but just in case we didn't, Michael DM'd me weeks ago. 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the morning. He's like, "Hey, are you awake to call?" My first thought, somebody's dead. Somebody's dead. That the worst has happened. I answer. I'm like, "Are you good, homeboy?" He's like, "Yeah, dude, I'm fine. I'm really excited." I'm like, "What is wrong with you? What happened?" He's like, "You got to look at these designs." I'm like, "What?"
And at that point, I only had
I thought
3. I didn't have all of them. So
then I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I'm going to bed." He's like, "Yeah, me too." He didn't. He stayed up and he cranked out 8 more designs. So he's really motivated. I got real worried there. Designs are cool. I just got real worried there for a second because Mr. Oh God, it's 9 p.m. It's time for bed. Bloodhound messages me at 1:30 my time. Something is going wrong. But
yeah, no, it wasn't even like a weekend. It was during the week. That's how you know.
Yeah, because I was playing bingo. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you know it's Michael was up too late. I stayed up until not I stayed up, but I could not go to sleep last night. I was laying in bed until 2 a.m. In a half awake, half sleep state. It was really, really annoying. And got up at 7 this morning.
Nearby.
Maybe. I just couldn't shut my brain off. Nearby. It was annoying. But that's it for me. Check out the merch store and buy the merch because it's freaking awesome. So today, podcast listeners, we're going to talk about some news. What is the news?
It's a news post episode. It's been a while since
Yeah.
we've done one of these.
And it's going to be, I don't know, it's not like the most jam-packed news post, but it is very interesting, in my opinion, what they decided to do with the content. So, released on January 14th, we have Barbarian training, forestry changes, and more.
You mean February 14th?
Did I say January? I meant February
Yeah.
14th.
I was like, there ain't no way this blog is that old.
No, February 14th, which at the time of recording is only 4 days ago. 4 days ago. So
it's old news.
it's kind of old news, but did you read through this blog yet?
I did, yes. I read
Oh,
through it
hell
the
yeah.
morning it came out.
Oh,
I always
nice.
do. I always wake up on Wednesday and I'll get like a notification that like Old School has posted a new story on Instagram. And I'm like, that's usually an
hell
update
yeah.
post. So I go look at that and I read through it. And sometimes if I do it at work, I'll listen to Mod Sarni or Mod Aiza serenade my ears with the read throughs if I'm doing it at work.
Nice.
Which is a great touch, by the way. I really appreciate the read throughs.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Like a little
you know.
podcast for your drive to work or something.
yeah.
But we have some
I beg them
changes.
not to release a podcast though, because
No.
if they do, we're fucked.
We're done for.
We're like out of business. If Old School releases an official podcast and we're not the hosts, I don't know how you beat that. You know?
Yeah, but we could be interviewed for it. Like we could be on it probably. You think?
That is true.
I would think so.
It's possible. Yeah. I don't know how they could speculate on. I don't know how they could speculate on content. Just get like a couple J mods. Like, I definitely don't have the development log in front of me. I wonder what's gonna come out. I hope it's not a new quest, because that would be crazy.
Well, I'm
Be, like,
sure
really
that they would just like
format for 'em.
they would probably deep dive more than they can in like their JMod blogs thing or like the videos that they used to do.
I would like to see a behind the scenes podcast with them. Like, I'd really like a behind the scenes, like, how does making this game work?
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe with their new investor, they'll have like more money to do that. If you're listening,
God, the new investor, man. I'm hoping that goes well. Because now they have a new. If you're not aware, the Carlyle Group, it's a holding company, has sold Jagex to a new, essentially holding company, probably. Hopefully nothing changes. They tweeted something out. Somebody from RS3, one of the mods there, was like, "We're not gonna change the core of who we are." I read that and thought to myself, this poor guy is gonna have this post posted and reposted over his dead body when Jagex does something like puts microtransactions in Old School RuneScape or something like that.
Yeah.
Like that exact, like, don't worry guys, everything's gonna be okay when they raise membership prices, if they fire chain mods, if they do anything out of pocket. That post right there is going to end up all around RS Twitter, which has already been on fire this past week.
Really?
So RS Twitter has been rough, but
oof.
You know, we don't talk about RS Twitter on the show. We don't.
That's true.
If you want to be in it, just follow the RS creators, or even look. It's like if RuneScape is trending, it's probably not good.
Oh no!
Generally, if RuneScape is trending on Twitter, something detrimental has happened.
Oh no!
Like, for example, RuneScape was trending on Twitter when the 117 drama happened.
Yeah.
All those years ago. So whenever RuneScape is in the news, it's probably not good. But
if Twitter was around whenever the Falador Massacre happened, it would be trending. I think Twitter was actually around, like barely though.
In 2006? I don't know. I don't think we were there yet in 2006. And I'm pretty sure they wrote articles about the Falador Massacre.
Oh.
So it wasn't like it wasn't trending, but the media 18 years ago was very different than what it looks like now. So
did you say 2006 is 18 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Anyway, enough making me feel old. Barbarian training, forestry changes, and more coming to you now. It doesn't say when these will go live, if they're already live. No, they are live. They're in the game now.
I was like, I would imagine they're already live.
Yeah, let me check.
Because they don't normally announce new content on game update day.
That's true. Barbarian
They normally
Training
will
is a
announce
minigame.
new content. They'll announce new content like on a Monday or a Thursday, and then Wednesday will be the update blog that goes along with it normally, or the poll or whatever.
Right. So, coming to you now in the game, Barbarian Training improvements. It says Barbarian Training is now officially a mini quest. Players who have participated in any previous sections will have these parts of the quest automatically completed, and we can now plant things without a seed dipper, and we can automatically destroy plant pots, which I think is cool. But I also like plant pots because I have a collection of them. So it's kind of a sad day for those plant pots just to be destroyed. It's kind of like if you have like a vial collection, and now you can smash your vials if you do the barbarian, what's that called, the bar crawl, and smash them up. So if you guys have plant pots and you don't want to turn on the destroy option, donate them to me because I'll take them. I have over 1 million of them on my main account. But the not having to have a seed dipper, that's actually kind of huge. Farm runs, I don't know why you would need all that extra space, but literally all you have to take now is a spade. And if you have your never weed and you've done the barbarian training, I saw a meme on Reddit. It was talking about it was like the 2 pictures of Pam. It's like, corporate wants you to see, like, tell me what's the differences, and it said barbarian training and the tool belt from RS3, and it was like they're the same thing.
I mean, honestly, it's a good way to incorporate it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't know how they make it so that tinder boxes aren't needed to light fires. I don't know how they make it so other fishing punching bars with barbarian training. That might be pretty funny, though. That might kind of be, as a suggestion from Fear, that might kind of be a funny way to get barbarian smithing, where you're just sort of like, and it turns into a sword. Like, that would be cool,
Yeah. I like it. I think I would be in favor of having the tool belt. So like, I'm not
100%.
I'm not totally
I would love the tool belt.
I'm not totally against that meme being funny. The tool belt would just be like a good quality of life. And I think had RS3 not done it first, people would feel a different way about it. And it's really actually annoying how much people get their panties in a twist when you say something is from RS3 and they're like, no, we don't need that. Like, grow up. Like, the game is, yes, they ruined your game in 2009. They ruined my game in 2009, in 2010, in 2011, or whatever. But like, we can have quality of life things from another game and it be fine. It's not going to ruin your game. Okay, I'll get off my soapbox now.
Tell me how you really feel about it.
That's how I really feel. I think people need to grow up.
My favorite thing is just when they release updates that exist in RS3 without telling us what they are, like demonic gorillas, or silver jewelry or whatever it is, like the gem rocks or whatever. That's the kind of stuff I like. Where they're like, oh my god, that's crazy. We've added a new like mini boss challenge where like if you kill Cerberus in a certain amount of time, you get another crystal that you can attach to graceful boots, and then you'll just passively get agility XP. Just like Leagues. Isn't that crazy? That's super cool and an original idea. I think people called them, even in Leagues, they were like Sage's boots or Sage's greaves or something. People just call them Silverhawk boots for the entirety of Leagues because we know what they are. So just like slip RS3 shit in without telling us what it is. And most of the player base is not going to care.
I could have sworn that silver jewelry was a player suggestion. Because I saw a Reddit post, and they may have gotten the idea from RS3, but I saw a Reddit post back in the day where they were talking about silver jewelry being like, and it was like the meme, like the black background with the yellow text. they did a whole presentation on it.
Mm-hmm.
It may have already been a thing in RS3, like I said, and they just kind of adapted it for in the old school style or old school ideal.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you looking it up?
The RS3, for example, what's that one called? Amulet, the Necklace of Passage.
Yeah.
In RS3, it's called the Traveler's Necklace. It was released in 2016. Teleport to either the Wizard's Tower, the outpost north of Ardoyan, or south of the home of the Desert Eagles in Uzer.
Oh.
And then there is the Headhunter's Thrill bracelet, where the chance that a kill on a Slayer assignment doesn't count towards the Slayer counter, but experience is granted, as well as the Headhunter's Sacrifice, where the chance to kill counts as 2 kills, granting no additional experience. So they exist. And then if we cross-reference it, OSRS Bracelet of Slaughter, for example, they came out February 2017.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, like, yeah, they've probably gotten inspiration from it. I don't even know how we got on this track, but...
Well, we're talking about stuff that's in RS3 that people are mad that would be coming to old school, like the tool belt. So there's some changes there with the barbarian training. This opens up a whole new kind of, not like a can of worms in a bad way, but a whole new avenue, because now that barbarian training is a mini quest, they can keep adding to it. They can say, hey, Otto has some new knowledge for you. Head over there, and we've expanded the mini quest. They could do barbarian training too. If new content comes out, maybe they add another barbarian that can train you even more. So I like that they made it a mini quest, and I like that they took the time within Game Jam to make it more streamlined, because I kid you not, Oxie, if there's one thing I could never understand, is how do you do barbarian training? Like, it's so convoluted.
It is weird.
You talk to Otto, and he's like, I have more knowledge for you. And you're like, well, what am I supposed to do? He's like, I put a book under the bed. Thanks. But I need more than that. So now that you have like a quest log, a mini quest log, you can go through and actually see what steps you're on and what you need to do to finish it. And again, the potential for expansion is there. Did you want to talk about the forestry?
Yeah. What? Of course. What?
Did you want to go over forestry? Is what I mean.
I mean, I can. Yeah. Yeah. This seemed like your thing. They removed all the event items, so all of the damn, like, I would imagine they mean like the spoons and the bees on sticks and the shit that like spawned events. They just took it away, which
it's gone.
Which is good, because people were getting pissed off and there was like a meta that was being developed. Pretty much all the items that did exist got converted to GP, and they've removed all the instances from like everywhere else in the game where they're mentioned.
Yeah.
They've changed how you get these new events, so it tracks the trees. The event spawns within 20 tiles. Players are eligible for a full reward. Mm-hmm. So it's like I would imagine a 20 by 20 radius, which is actually pretty significant.
Yeah.
For that. And I'm assuming that there's just going to be random. I don't know. They might have to adjust this going forward. I gotta level with you. I've not really participated in forestry ever. I know last year when it was first announced, I was like, oh, this is going to be kind of bussin' to get 99 wood cutting. It didn't grab me like I was hoping it would. So everyone in the clan chat that I see is like, hey, you want to know what I wish I could do? Stick a gun in my mouth if I have to do more forestry, because people hate it. What? I don't know why. All the cloggers that I know, all like the maxed cloggers, Doc, Jamie, people like M, right? They were having a shitty time with forestry, and I have no idea why, because I've never done it.
Okay.
So maybe now they spawn a little bit quicker or a little bit better, but I don't know. if that adjusts, like, now is it going to be super rare to find like a pheasant event? Like, this is a piece of content I really wished I touched, but didn't.
Yeah.
Tiki says they spawn less with better drop rates.
Okay. So I did forestry for, like, I was cutting teaks at work for like 3 days. And
Mhm.
I was doing it in Priff because there's a sawmill right there. And I was just like cutting the teaks with a log sack and or a log basket and a plank sack. And I was doing it pretty efficiently. It was pretty nice. But I was doing forestry. I had the backpack on. And I think one thing that I did find to be quite annoying is that you were only eligible for like the base events. Unless somebody was with you or unless you had the items in your forester's backpack, you couldn't get like the fox or the bees or you had to have those specific items to lure those events to you. And I thought that was really
Mhm.
annoying. So I'm very glad that they updated it to where now you just have a chance for any event to spawn. You don't have to have these specific items. Um, there's no incentive now to like hop worlds to find certain events. And I think that is more along the lines of what they intended because they said here, like in the blog, I was reading it, they're like, forestry was supposed to be chop wood, get log. That's what wood cutting is. Chop wood, get log. And they made forestry not chop log, get wood or chop tree, get log. So this update kind of brings it back to chop tree, get log. You now have like a fun little distraction from just sitting there chop and drop, which is nice. And on the point of the things being rare, they did raise the drop rates for the unique items. So I want to say I don't think Jagex intended for it to be like this big arduous process of getting the uniques. Like, yeah, they're pet transmogs, but like,
You added a collection log, dog. You
right.
had to have known.
But they're super easy collection logs. They're super like before forestry, you had a whole collection log for the lumberjack outfit, and that took 15 minutes.
Mhm.
Like, just because it's a
Yeah,
collection
but
log.
these things were taking dozens of hours.
Yeah.
Speaking of woodcutting, Leaf Haggart just got 99 woodcutting
Yo.
in the CC as we're discussing this.
And
So
2200
easy to
total.
do.
That's amazing.
Nice.
That's amazing. So I don't think it was intended to be so annoying. Which is nice that they've changed it. I kind of wish I had some of these things. Like, I kind of wish that I bought the Twitcher's gloves because another one of the bigger updates
I don't even know
is,
what the Twitcher's gloves are. That's like,
so
I feel so disconnected from this update.
oh, you're good. Like, it's the stuff in the forestry stuff. Like, if you hadn't done forestry, is all pretty niche. Like, you don't need the Twitcher's gloves if you're not doing forestry. They're gloves that used to hold charges, and every time you would chop, every time you chop, it would take a charge, but then it increases your chance to get a bird's nest. So now, instead of it being a 10% chance when you're wearing the gloves, now it's a 20% chance, and you just have the gloves. There's no charges involved with wearing them, and they're more expensive now. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I wish I would have just had the gloves because they're more expensive now, and any gloves that you had got converted to this version of it where there's no charges. Another small thing that I think is very interesting is they added Arctic pine trees southwest of Relica, which it just makes getting this stuff more accessible to people because now you don't need to have a quest in order to get the Arctic pine logs, which makes me think, where else could they put Arctic pine logs? If they're supposed to be like
put them anywhere else.
No, like if it's supposed to be like a tree that is in the cold climates, like they have several mountains that they could put them on. That would be outside of Relica. But just an idea, because now they've opened up the idea of putting them elsewhere besides on, is it Nizanat or Yachiso? I think it's on Yachiso where they're at now.
I would think it's Nate is not, but
Nate does not.
Because it's greener.
Is that the one that's green?
Mm-hmm. It is not the green one.
Nay, 'tis not. Nice.
Yeah, 'tis so.
Yeah, it is so. The last thing that they talk about in this blog in wilderness changes is it's kind of a small thing here. If you've paid the entry fee to one of the bosses and you leave, it says if the player pays the fee and dies before having left the wilderness, you would lose your fee. If the player leaves the wilderness after paying the fee and returns to another piece of wilderness content, then you would lose it. So essentially, I think what they're saying is if you paid the fee but you died outside of the wilderness, you would just lose it and it would be gone. But now it's going to remember if you've died outside of the wilderness, you won't lose it. But if you go back into the wilderness, that's where you end up losing it. So deaths outside of the wilderness won't cost you your fee, which is nice. Loot from the rogue's chest will now be
PvP deaths. Is that what they mean by that? PvP deaths?
I think it's like deaths to the boss and PvP deaths. Let me read this real quick. A fee paid for accessing the wilderness caves is now only in danger of being lost if the player pays the fee and dies before having left the wilderness. If the player leaves the wilderness after paying the fee and returns to another piece of wilderness content like Scorpia or the rogue's chests, their fee will not be lost on death. Oh. Okay. Huh. I wonder if you have to pay a new fee, though. Maybe not. I'll have to test that one out. The other thing that they talked about here was loot from the rogue's chest will now automatically be stored in an open looting bag, which is very nice. I know Oxie was talking about wanting to go and test this out. I think I'm going to try and do a little test because it can be more rewarding, XP per hour and GP per hour, than doing RD nights, because especially on an Iron Man, some of these supplies are hard to pass.
I've not even seen the drop table.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, the drop table is pretty decent. Get a lot of supplies. It'd be kind of hard to scroll back a couple of weeks, but there was a few people.
Oh, there's some nice stuff in here.
Yeah, they're posting like
red spider's eggs, some blighted stuff. With the wilderness diaries, it goes up. Okay. Oh, you get more rewards. Okay, cool.
I think you get a red spider's egg for every time you pickpocket, and it's noted. So if you're looking for like,
it's 1 in 6.6, I think.
Oh, really?
Like.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, it's still good. I don't know if it's better than Spideen's, but it's still good if you're going to be doing, if you need the supplies and you're just getting the eggs as a bonus. And then lastly, the Ring of Wealth Eye now doubles the chance to obtain a hard clue from the rogue's chest. And that is just in line with everything else they have in the wilderness. And then this is kind of cool. If you were to roll, like if you say you already have a hard clue and you rolled on that double chance table, it's going to give you a 2-dose prayer potion instead. I think that should be implemented in more places. Like if you were to get a clue scroll and you already have one, then you get like a special drop. I think that's a great way to kind of not reward keeping clues in your bank, but like supplementing the annoyance of not letting us have stackable clues already. Like with people, every time Leagues comes out and people play Leagues, they always say, Jagex, when can we have stackable clues? And then, the hype of Leagues dies down and people forget until the next League comes out, but we can't forget. We have to hold Jagex accountable. We need stackable clues in the game right now. Don't forget. It could be something as simple as like, you have the easy achievement diary. Now you can stack 2 clues. You have the medium achievement diaries done. Now you can stack 3, and so on and so forth. Like our elite achievement diaries gives you 5 clues. That's not game breaking, but it is very convenient. And it wouldn't be like it wouldn't be like you can already stack the caskets. So what's the difference? I don't know.
Remember back when you couldn't stack baskets when they were individual items in your bank or whatever?
Oh gosh.
I'm pretty sure that used to be a thing.
If they implement something instead of stackable clues, we won't get stackable clues. That's true. Tiki said that in the recording booth. Like with my suggestion of saying like you would have gotten this instead of a clue, sure. But they could have that and then later on revert it to stackable clues. Who knows? Maybe if you have if your stack is full, they could still get the supplemental item.
Clue scrolls are tertiary is the thing. Clue scrolls are in general a tertiary drop. Like there's a clue scroll isn't going to roll over a main piece of loot. Like if you kill Hydra, you're going to get Hydra bones, a black d'hide body, mystic robe top and bottom, and then a hard clue. It's not going to roll over either one of those, right? So to replace something on a tertiary drop table, what do you replace it with? Like a piece of paper that has a middle finger on it? Like I don't just don't give them the item, right? It doesn't. This kind of this is unique in that it's neat that you don't get a clue. It's just very almost like out of character for stuff like this, because this might be the only chest in the game that does this, because I don't think the Lizard Man chest in Mulk does this.
Yeah, like if you already have a medium clue.
And does anyone else actually use any chests in the game other than these two? Like, does anyone pickpocket from any of the chests? I'm sure some Iron Man's going to pipe up this week in the Xpwaste chat and be like, yeah, I use the one in Hemminster because it's really helpful for this. But, like, in general, do people pickpocket chests enough that this is an issue? I don't really know. I don't think it's a huge deal, but...
Yeah. Did you do the step... This is off topic, but did you do the task on Soul Wars Island where you had to pickpocket that chest? Or like, I don't know what chest it was, the dark chest or something?
Yeah, I tried. I couldn't get it.
So annoying. So annoying.
I couldn't get it. The drop rate was too hard. Even when I had a higher thieving, it was a task designed for the trickster gang. That's what it was.
That's true.
And it was one of those like only one person could open it at a time. So you were fighting people the first couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And you failed, you get teleported outside. And the failure rate at low levels was like a 90% chance to fail, it felt like. So like it just wasn't. I didn't do that task and it didn't matter. I hit Rune Cup and stopped caring.
It was only 10 points. That was the stupidest thing. It was only 10 points.
I mean, that's the beauty of leagues,
want
baby.
Nobody to do it? Are you?
That's the beauty of leagues, baby.
There's some other changes here. We can go through them quickly. They changed some of the combat achievements, which I think is very interesting. It says sanity is now set to max when teleporting away from the Whisperer. That must be quite a relief. The one that they changed was, or was that last week?
I think you're thinking of last week's blog.
Oh my gosh.
They did make some of the Desert Treasure 2 boss times a little bit easier to obtain.
Actually, this is what I get for reading 2 blogs this morning. I'm mixing them up so bad. They didn't actually change. They didn't actually change the combat achievement.
Good God. They did. They just did it last week, 2 weeks ago when this episode comes out. So it's really old news.
Never mind. Scurious anti-clamps will now confirm if you wanted to choose that if it seems unusual, which I think is interesting because how do they determine what's unusual? I mean, I know the obvious one is like if you're a 1 def pure and you asked for defense XP, are they gonna be like, did you really want defense XP?
Nope. They're gonna ask if you could benefit from another skill. So I think the way Chambers does it, you get the ancient relics. I think you get more XP for the higher level of skill. So like if you do mining, but mining is your lowest skill, they'll say like you got rewarded, but at what cost? Right? So it'll ask, and it could be, it's either going to be, this isn't your highest skill. Why don't you want to put it in your highest skill? Or it's going to be, this isn't your lowest skill. Why don't you want to put it in your lowest skill?
I see.
So that's probably how they're going to determine it. If the choice seems unusual, that's at least what I thought of. So we'll see.
Could be. If it saves people from accidentally getting, accounts ruined, I think that is nice because sometimes you just go on autopilot and you spam click things and now you have a 2 defense account on that's supposed to be 1 defense. But yeah, there's some other things here. Let's see. The bouncing log near the coal trucks can now be used by more than 1 person. Who was asking for this? Who?
The people who are mining stars.
Oh, really?
A star drops in that area, and the only way to get there, I'm pretty sure, is to use that goddamn log balance.
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure, because it's right by Sears Village.
Yeah.
The only way to get in... No, well, you can go through, like, the Dwarven entrance, but just teleporting to Sears Village and running around, that coal truck log balance is just how people get there.
Look at
and
you.
It's annoying as shit when you have to wait for, like, a spam click. Kind of like the door in the Mistle and Mystery quest.
Yeah.
That's
funny.
Or, like, the door at the Grand Tree, which should just be open at this point. Why don't they just open the damn door at the Grand Tree? Please. It's been years. Please just leave the door of the Grand Tree open for us. Please, I'm begging you.
This is the next update. Because it's not like
Dude,
it's quest locked.
Evolution of doorways, honestly. Please. That's what we need. Forget combat. Doorways need to change in this goddamn game.
Make a rage post on Reddit and get their attention. Like, these are all the doors that should be open. They changed the door mechanics on a door in Varrock, so it's not outside of the realm of possibilities that they would do it.
But wasn't that for like PvP stuff though?
I don't know.
People were like stalling with PvP or like trapping people inside with doors. Like, wasn't that the issue why they changed the doors? Because people were being like malicious with it and just like ganging up on folks with these doors.
Maybe. I'm talking about the one that is south of like the rune shop in the Zamrock Temple. It like opened a certain way and people didn't think it was aesthetically pleasing. And so they moved it to where it opens another way.
I had no idea about that one.
It was a small update. It's easily missable. Trader Stan and his colleagues will now clarify that their ships can visit a wider range of destinations than those they've mentioned. What does that even mean? Is this like the charter ship people? Who's Trader Stan? I've never heard of this man. And
Probably
why are
the
they
head of the charter ship people?
Does this mean that they've added more like places that you can sail to? Or
no, they probably they didn't add the dialogue because they recently added that you can go to Land's End and Port Piscarilius. They probably just didn't add that dialogue option.
Oh, gotcha.
So.
Well, easy peasy on that one. This one's an interesting one. The mysterious figure who's supposed to be observing the Champions Arena no longer faces away from it. Okay. Thank you for that update, Jagex. And finally, Queen Ella Maria, has ordered the planting of new greenery in Varrock Castle to stop people from phasing through the walls. Y'all were phasing through the walls?
That's got to be a fun little visual glitch. That probably changed with a new quest or a new update or something.
Yeah, why didn't I get the memo that we could phase through walls? I want to phase through walls. Not anymore, though. Damn it. Nobody told me, Oxie. That's it, folks. That's the update. We're very excited that things are better now.
Are we?
I'm excited. I don't know if you are.
Has anything really changed?
Yeah, dude. You don't have to take a sea dibber on your herb runs? Come on.
Bold of you to assume I still do herb runs, Michael. Bold of you to assume I ever did herb runs.
Bold of me to assume you would ever play on your group Iron Man ever again. We do need to do some Scurious, because the one I actually forgot to say was Group Iron Man last week. Group Iron Man can do... Oh, this was last week, but Group Iron Man can do instances. That's something that I was excited that happened last week that we didn't do an episode, so I couldn't talk about it. But, GIMs can all jump in the same instance, which should have been done on release. Really, really confused as to why that didn't happen, but took them 2 weeks to do it, and now we can. So Rat Boss has been out, right? It's been a while since we've done the show. We've talked about Rat Boss, right? It didn't come out last week. Nothing to add. No notes.
Rat Boss.
No,
nothing new.
Rat Boss. We did our Patreon stream 2 nights ago, and Oxie found a cool hat, and then he found me a cool hat, and we were the Hat Boss.
In Baldur's Gate.
In Baldur's Gate, yeah.
You should add context. Which, I have 2 things going forward. Patrons, please let us know what you would like to watch us stream.
Yes.
Because we have noticed that when we don't stream RuneScape, people don't seem as interested, which probably makes sense. RuneScape players like RuneScape. If you guys want to watch us play, or you want to watch me drag Michael through some PVM content, let me know, or let us know, and we'll do that for you on the next stream. Also, going forward, let us know what you want to see from these shows too. We love a little bit of show feedback. So if you guys have anything like you want to see some top 10s or you want to see advice for any particular era of a gameplay, right? If early, late, mid, whatever it is, if you want to see any videos, kind of like how we've made in the past or episodes like we've made in the past, let us know because we would love to, get back to stuff like that. Tiki says RuneScape board game TTRPG. I don't know how we would facilitate that because neither Michael and I have a copy of the board game and we live several thousand miles apart. So it is possible someday, possibly, but maybe not in the near future, though it is a suggestion. So who knows? That could be fun.
Yeah.
Tiki, can you put the board game into Excel? He probably can. Don't tempt him. Soggy Waffle says, just get a really big table. And honestly, I don't know why I didn't think of that myself. But yeah, if you guys have any more, suggestions of past episodes you really like that you want us to revisit, any new topics you want us to cover, we would love to talk about that because we love giving information about the game. We love reading news posts. Obviously, we read them, but that's never really been our niche. It's never really been our thing. We've never been like a news podcast. We'll talk about it if it's interesting. But we like to help you guys be better players and enjoy the game the same way that we enjoy it. So if there's anything that comes up that you're like, yeah, this would be really cool for Michael and Oxie to talk about, let us know. That said, do you have anything else about this week's rather quiet game update?
I don't. No.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, with that, we are going to head off to break. Please enjoy this recycled commercial. Make us a commercial. How about that?
Yeah.
You get bored?
Just do it.
Make us a commercial that we'll view it, and if it passes, we'll put it in the show. I don't care. Because we have not had the time nor bandwidth to make a new commercial in forever. So, yeah. Cool. We're going to break. We'll see you guys here in a little bit.
Hi, my name's Dominic Onion. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about my newest endeavor, the Nightmare Zone. It's an opportunity for adventurers like yourself to come down and relive some of your favorite bosses, but in an unconventional way. We've got nothing but great reports from our adventurers who have done it. Here comes one right now. Hey, what's your favorite quest boss?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I held the space bar and clicked the boss. I couldn't even tell you. I've done like maybe 10 quests in my entire life.
Mine's Agrith Banana. He's so funny. He looks like a banana.
Okay.
Hey, you want to come relive some of those quest boss fights?
Not really. I'm just here to buy some blood.
Perfect. I'll give you a tour. Talk to me, and I'll set you up with a rumble. You can fight all the bosses at one time. Kill the bosses, you get points. You can buy things to make your next rumble easier. You can also buy herb boxes and scrolls from my personal collection of paper. Give me enough points, and I'll use some of my onion magic. And I'll imbue some of your items for you.
You'll just like do this for free?
Of course not, adventurer. Man's gotta eat. It'll cost you a couple thousand GP per rumble. I don't think it's much to ask. So what do you think? Should I get you set up with a rumble?
Yeah, no. I think I'm just gonna go buy.
Perfect! Come talk to me, you can choose what bosses you want to fight. See what I mean? Flawless reviews from adventurers. The people you know won't let me inside, so I set up shop right outside the front gate. Come pay me a visit. Hey!
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that commercial because I know that I sure did. It's time we thank the patrons, folks. It is time we thank the people who support us on a month-to-month basis financially. We do appreciate the absolute hell out of you guys. You guys make a lot of the parts of this show possible, and we thank you for that. So on the screen right now are the wise old men, the people who have access to come hang out with us in the recording booth chat because I think we're one of the only podcasts that actually requires recording booth chat to have Patreon access now. So you guys are members of the Few of the Proud. We love you guys for that. You're on screen right now. And this week, we're shouting out our newest wise old man, #1 Canadian.
Whoa.
Welcome to the party. I hope that starts fights with other Canadian listeners we have to see who's
Yeah.
really #1. Let's have a Canadian battle royale between all of our listeners, and the winner can claim the title of #1 Canadian from the #1 Canadian who's on there now. Unless, of course, this #1 Canadian wins, then they get to keep their title. I don't know how we feel about that.
It's crazy.
A Canadian battle royale.
Yeah, I have an excerpt from the audio. Like, we have an audio track from the future of the battle royale, and it's just, I'm gonna punch you in the face, eh? It's weird. I don't know. Like, they're really nice to each other, but they're saying things that are really mean.
The entirety of the Canadian battle royale is just apologizing to one
I'm
another.
sorry, I'm punching you in the face there, bud.
Good God. Anyways, thank you to the wise old men for all your support. But now it's time that we thank our big tier, our big mama tier of patrons. I'm not stalling to get to the filters. You're stalling to get to the filters.
Classic Oxie.
The King Black Dragon, folks. It is time. I just flipped to I alphabetized,
Yeah.
but the wrong way, and I saw who the last patron is.
Oh no.
And I want to scream. But we'll get there. We'll get there. So kicking us off for the King Black Dragon tier, our highest tier of support. Thank you guys so much. Big thank you to Amasket Zone, a.k.a. Clapscape, Apathy, Boston, Broke 70, My Dad. Hi, Dad. Cloud Kicker, Damon S., Dicky Bird, Elite Oreo Dunker, Gumby, the HMZ Bot, MT Birchfield, Oxie is Base 666, goddamn right, Prof Slayer, our third favorite supporter, Ralph, Run Metal 15, Rylithian, Soggy Waffles, Seppi J, Spank Me Daddy 69, that's a good one, Sparky Life 93, The Big G Jordy, The Crayola Tallymorn, and, cannot believe I have to read this out loud, Verzix Big Swole Aussie Boy. I thought that was going to be way worse because for some reason my eye read Aussie as Bussy, and I got really concerned there for a minute. But Verzix Big Swole Aussie Boy, you made it out this week. So when you change your name to Verzix Bussy, Michael has to read it out loud. Thank you to the King Black Dragon patrons. You guys make our days when we have to read your names out loud, because when they're out of pocket, as long as they're appropriate for the show, it just always gives us always a little bit of extra spice. For thanking you for your utmost Giga Chad support of this show. We love you very dearly. If you would like to support us, head over to patreon.com/Xpwaste to subscribe for as low as free. You still don't get anything for subscribing for free, but your name pops up when we click on the new patrons filter for this month to shout out the wise old men. We see your name, like Darcy and Jack of Spades. Welcome to the party, the new free folk. We love you guys. Shout out to the gnome children, as is, and at the Party Pete tier, you can watch us stream on YouTube for once a month. I think is how we're doing that. Yeah. Go check out our merch store because Michael did yet another outfit change to show off more merch. In case you guys haven't noticed, it's the one I like. It's the sheep under, or the penguins under the sheep's clothing. Yeah. So I think with that, I'm gonna throw it over to Michael. Be sure to do the YouTube stuff for the Neve plushie giveaway.
Yeah,
Michael, do you have a community question time?
I do. And it's gonna be a little bit triggering for you. So if you need to take off your headphones now, you can, because this is going to be a big reminder of the Quest episode that we so lovingly talked about last or during the break. Last week,
oh dear God,
in the community, I told you to take your headphones off. I gave you a trigger warning. Last week or 2 weeks ago, we asked you guys to give us your best OSRS quest ideas. There is a few replies, and I'm going to go through them now. We have Danny, who is MN Suni. He said, I'd love to see the RuneScape book trilogy made into an in-game quest saga. The third book specifically could be used to wrap up Mauritania's vampire quest line. definitely worth checking all 3 out. You know what, Danny, aka M Sununi? I will. And I think I will look for them on Spotify because this is a hella tangent, but Spotify was having a not Spotify. Audible was having a 3-month free trial on any account, even if it's not like a brand new account. And I have 5 Audible accounts. And so I signed up for a 3-month free trial on 4 of them. So I'm gonna have 12 books for absolutely nothing. So that's gonna be 3 of my credits going to the RuneScape trilogy if they have audiobooks. We'll see. Corey says the mole should have been a shape-shifting, reanimated Bloodveld, veiny, sneaky doggo. I think he's referencing our quest. The mole
That's
should have
unfortunate.
been a reanimated Bloodveld. Okay, that could have worked. Sizeman15 says, I'd like to see a swamp quest, starting off in Lumbridge Swamp and tracking a pest that's invaded Mortmire and Tiranwen swamps. Give us a cool, repeatable activity to spend time in there. Oh, that's neat. That would be kind of cool. I would dig that. There's a lot of swamps in the game, and if you had like different tiers of like difficulty based on the location, like we already kind of have a swamp boss. It's called Zulrah, but you know that'd be fun. That'd be fun. Lord Mantra says a quest to resurrect Bob the cat, but in classic OSRS style, it goes all wrong, and Bob becomes a powerful demonic cat. Then we have to fix the mess we make. By the way, it'll be a Grandmaster. Dragon Slayer 3.
The cat version.
The cat. I have to admit, I didn't do Dragon Slayer on my account, so I don't really know the storyline of Bob and why he dies. But I do have a plushie of Bob somewhere. I don't know where that.
Well, let me tell you, you're about to on the GIM.
I'm about to. Like, maybe that's what
We
I'll
ain't
do to
helping you
get
with
back into the
shit.
game. Is I'll just start questing. I don't know. Somebody, Gay Raccoon said I need a new goal, and I think that goal will probably be Questcape. Nate Dogg says Fremenic continuation that introduces Yggdrasil, and leads up to a raid with Norse mythology, Norse mythological creatures like Fenrir, Nidhogg, and or Jumungandr.
Jormungandr.
Jormungandr.
I don't even have to read it, and I'm like, if Nate mentions Jormungandr, Michael's gonna blotch it. But yes, the big world snake.
Kraken is taken already, so that would be cool. That would be really cool. I would love a Norse mythology raid. I think that would be actually the perfect. That would actually be the perfect theme for a raid because they've done like the desert bosses or the desert god panthology or whatever you call that. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna start reading. Call Me Tecton says the king killed Mercy's mole because moles ruined all the crops in Karen, so they have a bounty on all of them. They're invasive now, guys. Moles are invasive. So, you know, kind of like the guy on TikTok who kills king lionfish. Now they got prices for each mole head, and that's what the king wanted. I told you, Oxie, it's gonna be triggering. We're gonna get through this. Dinosaurs. Dinosaur says, God Wars Dungeon Quest, God Wars Dungeon Quest, God Wars Dungeon Quest. There's so much potential there. A lot of people don't even know why all the journals are down there in the first place. Give it to me, Gemflex. I need this. God Wars Dungeon Quest. It could be hype, and I think Oxie would love that. So I would love it. DRabbit17 says, a quest to add a gnome glider to sleep, starting with the gnome from One Small Favor, where now he trusts your building skills, but the Sisterhood is trying to actively stop you due to you because Zamorakian. They're going to stop you because you're Zamorakian. Interesting. That's quite random.
Be Zamorakian.
I'm going to reread that last part. But the Sisterhood is actively trying to stop you due because Zamorakian. Sure.
Please spell check your answers for our boy.
Otis says, I think a cool quest would be one set in the future where OSRS graphics turn into RS3 graphics for the entire quest. Oxie, how would you explain what a cockmongrel is to a 3-year-old?
I would say your dad will tell you all about it.
Hell yeah.
That's how I would be
Hell
explaining
yeah.
it. Your dad will tell you all about it. Ask him in
Ask
great
your
graphic detail
dad.
what that means. Yep.
Riley says, the wise old man becomes a grandpa. Working title, I did what? Where the wise old man finds out he has a granddaughter. She accidentally opens Pandora's box, etc. thing in the wise old man's possession. NPC is a young, naive girl. Instead of wise old man, young, naive girl. Interesting.
She's
He has
gotta be evil.
Evil. Yeah, because it's like he's ultimately a bad guy, so influences. What? Mockcat says, I want something similar to a Soulsbane, but with an actually creepy aesthetic. About a mist that covers apathy and melancholy. A mist comes from a cave northwest of Andor Gate. Creepy puzzles. That'd be kind of cool. If you were to do a Soulsbane, I don't know when that quest came out, but I'm sure it was like
A long time
an
ago.
old quest.
Soulsbane is a very old quest.
Yeah, so like doing that as a kid probably would have been creepy as hell. And like imagine you found yourself doing that at like 1 a.m. when you should have been asleep, and then you just have jump scares. That's nightmare fuel. But not as an adult. I'm a big boy now. Jelly says a quest where you help Gertrude build a dog shelter for the dogs in Varrock. I love that idea, but why is Gertrude the
dog.
only like animal person? Why can't we have another animal person? It's like why is she the only person who can like animals? Why can't Gertrude have a sister who likes dogs or something?
Bertrude's dog.
Bertrude. Aiden
I
says
think that's a Mod Kieran bit right there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love Mod Kieran. Aiden says Mercy and Dog go to Zaya to look into blast mining. The king there is inspecting rubble drops on the dog. Tiss reanimates Dog into a mega mole, which kidnaps the king, and the twisted bow is best in slot hard mold mole. That's a great quest, and I think that if I could go back in time, I would take your suggestion as inspiration for an episode, and we could do an entire episode about quests, and just use your your suggestion.
It's a shame we're not doing that shit again.
I'm gonna get Oxie really drunk, and we're just gonna talk about quest randomizing part 2, and he's gonna love it. He's gonna love it. Caleb says Ratcatchers 2. Let's get some pseudo Pokemon action and have it be a beta for interactive pets. How cool would it be to train a pet to perform certain attack actions against others? Scurious could be the baddie. Ratba. Swole says, please refer to your DMs, the Xpwaste chat, or send it by carrier pigeon. This man has, I can't read the entire thing because I think he gave us an entire novel. I'm scrolling up. Where is it? He gave us an entire novel. Should I read it, Oxie? Okay, I'm going to read it. It's not an entire. It's like, it's a little bit. Okay. You get to P3 Verzik and you say, hey, what's under there? You examine. Verzik looks at you deep into your eyes as you examine her pussy. She's no longer mad. She feels loved. You both fall in love together, but her parents don't like adventurers and refuse to accept the person she loves. You stage an idea that you can run away together. You go to the apothecary to make a sleep potion, but it's made wrong. And as she sips it, you watch her life fade in front of you. The memories you made together, slaying adventurers and telling Charlie to get fricked together, fade and she passes away. Your life is in tatters and you miss her. It fades to black. There's a knock on the Player-owned house door. It's a letter. It's her will. You have been given her entire theater, all of its contents, and all of her pets. And now you're the proud owner of her collection of arachnids, dogs, bats, and whatever the frick maiden is. You wear her armor collection and mow the lawns with your new top-tier mower, Scythe. Life is good. Quest name, Swole and Verzik's Loving Nightmare. Hell yeah.
Thank
Thank-
you all so much for your responses. We won't be back next week or ever. Thank you guys so much. Swole's in the recording booth chat right now. He got me the shirt that I'm wearing right now. It's got Charlie the Tramp and Verzik on it, so it's thematically appropriate. Yeah, Swole, Michael finally sent me the shirt, so I've got it now.
We didn't even coordinate. I could have worn mine, and we would have looked like two handsome devils. Swole is the main character, and I don't care what you guys say. He is the main character of Xpwaste. This man has listened to our entire catalog twice. So, get good. Get good. What is this? I think this is De La Gente. I think. I'm going to say Ben. I don't think it's him. Ben says, I would love a quest from Frank the Bloodveld to help him break out of Darkmire so he could meet his cousins with the reward of being a pet Bloodveld. So cute. Frank is a underrated character in this whole story. Bram says, one small favor too, but the order of people are the opposite. Reward is a lamp that removes 1000 XP. Why? Why? So you can just do one small favor and then do it in reverse, and then you lose all the XP you just got? Silly. Waiting for Oxie to tell me to stop 666 says, a late game quest. Hold on. Satanbot goes through the trouble of changing his Spotify name nearly every week. His Spotify name. This isn't even like you could just free type a name. This is his actual Spotify username.
What a man.
Every week. Waiting for Oxie to tell me to stop 666 says, a late game quest that would be Dragon Slayer 3, where Olm escapes his prison and is being challenged by the Queen Black Dragon. You have to gather all the kingdoms for a world war. That would be actually really cool. Queen Black Dragon introduced in Dragon Slayer 3. Bob the Cat is somehow her mate or like her partner from the dead. I don't know. I'm trying to incorporate other ideas into one. And finally, on the Spotify replies, Torin says, I think it'd be cool to add a quest line that has to do with helping dragons or dragonkin like people. Also, Dragon Slayer 3. That is the extent of the replies on our Spotify. I listen. I can see Oxie has like has a visceral reaction, and if we go back in the recording, just 2 minutes ago, I told him, trigger warning, you can take your headphones off, and he didn't. So I don't know. Maybe he'll recover in a few minutes. But we asked you the same question on our YouTube replies. Give us your best OSR's quest ideas. And Lucas on the first reply says, let us treat the Varrock dog and give it a home. Hell yeah. Swole. Okay, so Swole also posted on YouTube, but we're not going to read it. It's the same thing we just read. Greg says a quest about the Bloodveld named Frank, who wanders around Darkmire. Completing the quest allows you to keep him as a pet. Hell yeah. I wonder if that was the same person on Spotify. That's the same exact answer. Let me look. Where is it? No, that's two people that said the same thing. Ben and Greg. You guys are like on the same wavelength. Mrs. Neptuna says, I would kill for a Fairy Tale Part 3 or some other quest around that storyline. The Fairy Godfather is hilarious, and the area is now infested with ugly creatures that grunt at me. Crying emoji. Sad day. Sailing 420 says, Ghost Ship Mystery. Rumors abound of a ghost ship haunting the sea, leaving destruction in its wake. Players must investigate the mystery behind Davy Jones or his RuneScape counterpart, Lazy Bones, ghost ship. This could introduce a new ship boss and would make Ghost Ahoy a prerequisite. Kind of like that. And that was it, actually. That was it. I didn't even tee that one up as the last one, but that was the last one because the other reply in this thread is a reply to that one by Miss Neptuna that says, when thinking about new sailing content, it never occurred to me that there could be a ghost ship pirate captain. That's so cool. That is so cool. Thank you to everyone who answered last week's community question. If you want to answer this week's question, it will be, what other barbarian methods would you like to see added? If it's like a niche thing or a totally new thing, let us know. Because I want to feel like I want something in the game. You know, like anytime there's a fun question and Oxie has a really good idea, I'm like, I want that right now. So give us your best barbarian training methods that could be added to the game. You can answer that question on the community questions section on Spotify or the pinned comment of this YouTube video. And hey, if you answer the comment, if you answer the question on YouTube, don't do it under the pinned comment because maybe your comment will be selected for the Neve giveaway. If you want to answer the community question to do that, just make sure you're subscribed. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening to me. I'm going to throw it over to the slightly less handsome than most people named Michael who are a co-host of Xpwaste, Oxie, for an extremely jam-packed achievement of the week. Have you recovered?
I just need everyone to just it's over. We're never doing an episode like that again. We don't have to worry about that anymore. We've if you're still here, if you manage to hang on, it is achievement of the week time. This is a very substantial achievement of the week. It is large. We have, I'm pretty certain, every major achievement besides a Grandmaster Slayer helmet present in this achievement of the week. Shit is popping off in these last 2 weeks. So without further ado, we are going to start with we're going to start with combat this week. Woo. We're going to mix it up. We're starting with combat. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 first fire capes. One of them was achieved right before this episode started. We have 6 first fire capes. We have Nifkin, Ivy Davy, or 4 Davy. I'm not sure which one it is. Mr. Fenny, Sparky Life, Bone Owner, a.k.a. Cat Girl Sex in the clan. That's one hell of a name. And Gamer Grant. Congratulations. Huge achievement. Getting it for the first time. Huge achievement. And speaking of killing things for the first time, my teammate Soggy Waffles killed Zulrah for the first time, as did Shu. I think it took Shu 20-something attempts to kill Zulrah. I feel that. Santher completed Gauntlet for the first time, and Cat Girl Sex making another appearance. Cat Girl Sex and IJ Scoboer? I'm not sure if I'm saying that name correctly. IJ Scoboer? I'm not sure. You also completed Corrupted Gauntlet. There's a lot of people completing stuff this week. For the combat achievements section of the combat achievements bit of achievement of the week, Vestpolar completed the hard combat achievements. Our boy Gay Raccoon completed the master tier. And our boy Grimy Gizzard also completed the master tier of the combat achievements.
Shout out Grimy Gizzard.
We have several kits this week. Achilles achieved his Missouri kit. Our boy Shadow achieved his Menafite kit.
Ooh,
he
Shadow.
got the 425. I think he did it in a 4 too, or in a solo 425.
Nice.
And then we don't have just one, we have 2. Foolish Buana and Prof Slayer both achieved their Cursed Phalanx, their Fang kit.
500.
As a side note, I am pretty certain every single major achievement happens more than once in this achievement of the week. It is insane. So Congratulations to y'all for the cool looking fangs. But of course, there's one achievement we hold above all the rest in the combat section. Sutalu, I think is how you say his name. Sutalu, one of the two. And Mukul Myers, who might be Doom 83, our resident PKer, but also might not be. I'm not sure if he changed his Discord information. But Mukul and Sue both got their Infernal Capes this week.
Ooh.
Congratulations to you guys. Well, in the last 2 weeks, you got your Infernal Capes. Doom also got his Infernal Cape, I'm pretty sure. Doom is our PKer. Not Doom Bar, Doom 83. He's the guy that kills everyone. Apparently, you keep your Infernal Cape in a non-wilderness PvP death, too. So if he ever does DMing, he'll be able to take an Infernal Cape with him now. But I'm not sure if that's Mukul or not, because I don't think I've ever interacted with Mukul Myers. So who
Love
knows?
the name, by
Could
the way.
be.
So fun.
Congratulations to all of you, all two of you, all three of you. Doesn't matter. Moving on, we are going to get into the miscellaneous category because we have so much skilling. So we're going to do miscellaneous next, a little bit less. We have 2 quest capes this week. My boy Jack in Clubs on his group Iron Man finally got his quest cape. This man messaged me about a year ago, maybe a little less than that, talking about getting drafted for an event, for a bingo event. And he's like, yeah, I got to do some quests. I'm like, all right, knock him out, dude. Get your quest cape. That's a good goal to have after you got hacked. And he's finally done it. He got like several hundred quest points in like a month. It was kind of gross, but the cape is finally achieved. So congratulations to you, Jack. And congratulations to you, Surbeck, for also achieving your quest cape. Desert Treasure 2 has really raised the bar of what a quest cape means now. It's really put it to like a level where like, oh shit, quest cape might be like way more legit than it was even like a year ago, you know?
Yeah.
So that's really cool. Making his second appearance on Achievement of the Week this week, By Raccoon achieved the music cape. He said he was peer pressured into getting the music cape. So you've got it now. You've got all the music tracks. You want to know something super annoying about the music or the music cape?
What's that?
Apparently, you need all of the holiday tracks for it. And I did not do the Christmas event this year because I heard it sucked. I didn't do it. And there's a music track in there called like Dot's Yuletide. And I can't get it until Christmas. So I can't trim my fucking music cape for the whole year. I can't have the white and black trim. It is so annoying.
Oh, I didn't do it on my main either.
Yeah, I can still trim the achievement diary cape. I can still trim the quest cape. I can't trim the music cape, and it is so goddamn annoying that I can't do it. So Jagex, how about we talk to Django and he gives us the music track? How's that sound? That'd be super cool.
Yeah,
because I heard that they took the shittiest sledding mechanic and made it a mini game, and it was just bad. But Raccoon got his music cape. Dr. Wheat Toast, a name I like quite a bit, got his diary cape. And miscellaneous, like there's a lot of achievements that don't happen very often. The rarest achievement we see on this show, and have probably seen less than 10, but more likely closer to 5 times ever, is the Champion's Cape.
Mm-hmm.
This week, we got 2 of them bitches. What? The Old J and Bob Dole both achieved their Champion's Cape this week.
Wow.
Or in these past 2 weeks, whenever the time frame was. 2 Champion's Capes. 2 of them.
That's amazing.
You literally don't see that every day. I don't think we've had a Champion's Cape on this show in like 6 months. So, congratulations to you guys for those just absolutely massive grinds. I don't know if it was Bob Dole or the Old J. One of them killed like 23 or 24,000 Jogers to get the scroll.
Oh.
And that sounds like living hell.
Yeah.
So, congratulations to you guys for being far more, stronger than I would be in that situation. It is time to get into the skilling category. As always, the largest category of achievement of the week. It is skilling time. We're going to talk about achievements that people got while training in OSRS. Kicking things off, Avery Rune S got 99 wood cutting. I'm pretty sure strictly through U-logs for some reason, but he did it. 99 wood cutting.
First 99.
First 99. Nice.
Yeah.
Morehouse achieved 99 hit points, which I think was also his first 99. Monkey Bonana achieved 99 farming. Weird Panda 1 achieved 99 fire making. Big Kyle 90 got what I think is his first 99 with 99 hit points. Danish Deity achieved 99 mining. It's very interesting to watch other people live your dream. MT Birchfield cracked off 5 99s at one time.
What?
With 99 fire making, 99 cooking, 99 fishing, 99 wood cutting, and 99 farming. All in like the same spot, too.
Congrats,
They
dude.
all did it in Catherby. Pretty cool. Clues achieved 99 hunter. Again, gotta be real close to max at this point. Blaze Fire 420 achieved 99 mage. Rue Tigger T35 achieved 99 strength. Sutalu or Sutalu, again, I'm not sure where the emphasis goes in that name, but Sue achieved 99 crafting with 2 appearances here on Achievement of the Week. MRKHGHS, which I think I'm going to just call you Mark because it looks like Mark Hughes, but I'm going to just call you Mark. Mark got 99 wood cutting. Evil on Olive actually got 3 99s this week. I initially said 2, but he got 3. He got 99, where are we? He got 99 construction, 99 crafting, and 99 wood cutting. He got 99 wood cutting while we were recording on his group Iron Man. He also got 2200 total level in doing that as well. Fumble Swing achieved 99 fishing. Seppi J achieved 99 strength. Gecko on his group Iron Man account achieved 99 defense. Binding Bink achieved 99 strength. Miniax, formerly SOSD3, achieved 99 agility. Laura achieved 99 smithing. Elvish achieved 99 rune crafting. Splasher achieved 99 hit points. Roz achieved 99 smithing and construction. Hoofhearted achieved 99 mage. And we've had a lot of achievements. And one, again, we don't see very often is less of an achievement and more of a presence in Achievement of the Week. Cracking off the triple-double in Achievement of the Week. The tripler. Raccoon, our dear friend, achieved 99 prayer this week. A presence in all 3 categories, an achievement we love to see. Mech NG achieved 99 woodcutting. 819, a.k.a. Songer, achieved 99 hunter. MJ Still achieved 99 prayer and 2100 total level. Doombar achieved 99 agility. And we have 2 more folks, one of whom got 2 99s, one of whom got 3 99s. But those 99s are unfortunately overshadowed by a different achievement. Our dear friend Zero Fox and one of my former bingo teammates, Imbued Zaza. I knew him as Toaster Bath, but now he goes by a new name. They both have achieved 2277 total level and have maxed their old school RuneScape account.
Hell yeah.
You guys are free. I envy you. I am proud of you. You are free. You can play the game as it were. Skilling can't hurt you anymore. You don't ever have to pick up a pickaxe again if you don't want to. You don't ever have to run a course again if you don't want to. I am very, very proud of you guys for getting. I was not at Zaza's maxing party that happened yesterday. I was all over yesterday picking up furniture, but I was at Zero's. And yeah, it's always fun to celebrate with you guys. So congratulations to you both. It's over. Wear the cape with pride. Go spend 20 mil on all the different max cape variants. Get the Ava's accumulator one. Get the gray one just for laughs. Yeah. Get the gray one. Who cares?
Or play your Iron Man.
Don't do that. Pet hunt. Be a collection logger. Go get your Infernal Cape. It's time. You have a max cape. You have to get an Infernal Cape. I don't make the rules. Michael has a new goal. speaking of goals, to round out achievement of the week, I just got 2200 total level, and I'm sick of talking about. I'm sick of talking about skilling because I swear to God, if I have to exist in skilling for too long, I'm gonna lose my mind. So, yeah, Michael.
Welcome to 415, man.
I'm losing track. I'm losing track because I talked about myself, and I hate doing that in achievement of the
You
week.
get it, folks.
If you did something awesome and you're not me, head over to discord.gg/OSRSTNL and post about it in our levels and achievements chat. We talk the talk and we walk the walk. People have been posting base 50s, base 60s, base 70s. They've been posting all of it. And it has been super cool to watch because people are genuinely excited for him. We have objectively the best RuneScape Discord in the world. Come hang out in VC. Come post about your achievements, right? You guys have done, a world of great work, and we love seeing it. We love hearing about it. So head over to the Discord, make that happen. I believe it is time to wrap up this show. But before we do that, there's one thing we need to make sure of. And I need to ask Michael, my friend, do you have a fun question for us this week?
I do. And it's an interesting one. And I need you to roll with a very open mind.
He said this last week. I swear to God. He said, you just got to trust me. Let me cook. I swear to God. If it's an ad lib, I'm disconnected. And you're
calm down.
The show.
Calm down. It's not an ad lib. It's one of our listeners. Otis says, if you and Oxie were daddy and papa in OSRS with 4 level 3 children, and you have to split up duties to raise these kids, who would train which skills, and what would you do to raise their levels each? Basically, we're married, we have kids. What's our parenting style going to be like in game? Daddy and Papa. That's us. Me and you.
What in the world? Are all the kids expected to max?
That's what we have to figure out. Like, how are we going to train them? How are we going to help them with their journeys? Are we going to have like the skilling prodigy? Are we going to have the slayer prodigy? Are we going to put like unreal expectations on them? They're going to have...
I can tell you right now, I know what skills I could teach. With my own skill set in real life, I could teach fishing, I could teach cooking, I could teach farming, I could teach attack, I could teach range. Is that 5? I could probably train hit points if you're justifying that as like healing, or if that's just like hit points. If we consider hit points just like getting older,
yeah,
then we each get 11 skills to teach. So I can definitely do attack, range, cooking, fishing, and farming.
Is that
for
7?
Sure. I can.
Or is that 6? I lost
attack,
count.
Range, cooking, fishing, farming. It's 5.
5. Oh, okay.
So Michael's not doing the math skill, whatever that one is.
Damn it.
I know I could do those 5 for sure. What 5 do you think you could do for sure? I know there's a couple that you absolutely, I think, would be good for.
Crafting, wood cutting, smithing.
Really? Wood cutting?
Yeah, dude. I cut a tree down in my life.
Lumberjack? Big lumberjack?
Crafting, wood cutting, smithing, mining, construction. I'm gonna be like the artisan papa.
You gotta elaborate on mining and construction for me.
Okay, so mining really is just about swinging a pickaxe, and it's about getting your hands dirty. I enjoy, not that I enjoy like doing manual labor, but if there was a activity such as like, mining for gem rocks, you can do that in real life. Like they have places that you can go where you can like dig in the ground and you can find crystals and gem rocks and things like that. Panning for gold could be somewhat of like a mining activity. And I think that I would enjoy the hell out of that. And doing that as an activity with kids would be a lot of fun. Like if my son grew up in a few years and he's like, Papa, I want to go and pan for some gold. I'd be like, let's find a creek and we're doing it right now. I have the Amazon cart ready and it's a 1-day delivery, So mining, not necessarily like we're gonna go out and swing an actual pickaxe. It's more of like a metaphor. This is a mining is a metaphor. And then construction, that's pretty easy. I like to build things. Not necessarily like I'm building a house, but we could build with Legos as a starter set, We could build with Lincoln Logs. That could be a fun early game construction method. It doesn't have to be like hammered a nail and we're gonna go build a house. Maybe we build a chicken coop and we raise chickens in the backyard. Maybe we do some DIY projects around the house. I can get behind that. I can teach them how to use a drill and put a screw in a board, That is fun to me. Obviously, crafting is something I'm passionate about with like doing leather work and making things with my hands. Wood cutting more so along the lines of like here's how you turn on a chainsaw, maybe. And then smithing, I've always
wouldn't use an axe. Come on now, you wouldn't use an axe.
An axe is like really inefficient for actually like chopping down a tree. When
Maybe
chainsaws exist,
splitting logs.
Maybe splitting logs, sure. And
splitting
then
logs like Thor Bradley, the super hot guy.
Yeah.
Or that other really hot chick who does it on TikTok. Everyone who cuts wood on TikTok is hot. My boy Submedian knows all about that.
Yeah.
Ask Submedian about the hot people on TikTok who split logs. He'll know exactly what I'm talking
If you ask him, he'll have a link like instantly. He'll probably post the link underneath your question.
He's got that saved thing on him.
Smithing is not something I'm experienced with, but I'm very interested in it. For several years, I've been subscribed to a blacksmith on YouTube named Alex Steele, and he just makes cool stuff. Like he has his own forge in the UK, and he just makes whatever he feels like it. And I think that would be a fun life. The things I'm not going to be good at are agility. You can figure that one out. I'm not into fitness. I'm into fitness hold donut in my mouth, but not into the type of fitness that agility requires. Thieving will get you sent to jail. We're not doing that unless it's like
we have
Robin
to.
Hood?
I'll teach him how to thieve.
Okay.
I'll teach him how to thieve.
Okay.
Absolutely. I'll teach him how to steal stuff. Not from other people, from corporations. It's called time theft. If you're going to make me sit through a seminar about it, you bet your whole ass I'm going to teach you how to do it. I'm going to teach you how to do it real well.
Yeah.
What's the phrase, Michael? Boss makes $1, I make a dime.
That's why I'm going to poop on company time.
You goddamn right. We're going to teach these kids how to steal all sorts of time from their bosses, unless they're really passionate about their work. Then sure. When I was a kid growing up, my dad would buy like cases of pop, and he would put them underneath the cart. You know how like carts have like the rack underneath?
Yeah.
He put the cases of pop on the rack, and we would check out. Like this is before like self checkout was a thing. We would check out, and nobody would we wouldn't even be paying attention, and we would just walk out, and with like we pay for everything in the cart, we'd walk out, and we have to unload the pop. And it wasn't after a little while we were like, do we ever pay for the pop? Like, is that a thing that we do? Like, have we just like been forgetting to do that? And then I think one time my sister or I brought it up. We're like, yeah, you forgot about the pop underneath. My dad was like, thank you for that. Thank you for reminding me. He had been conning for years to take the pop for free underneath the cart, like an old man scrounging away the cans of Diet Pepsi.
Listen, with the price of with inflation, a 5-finger discount is not outside of the realm of possibilities these days. Walmart's not going to be hurting if you slip a little candy bar in your pocket. They don't care. They're not going to go under. Now, the morality of that is a bit sketch.
You know what I would teach my kids? That's
the fun question. What would you teach your kids?
I would teach my kids when it comes to thieving. If you are working at a job like Walmart, Walmart does not care if you stop a thief. You're not going to be
That's true.
recognized.
Don't do
unless
it.
you're Gail Lewis. Nobody cares.
Oh.
Nobody cares if you stop a thief at Walmart. Let him go. It's not your money they're taking.
Right.
Let 'em go.
Don't be so passionate about like sales. Like just accept the coupon. You're not going to get fired. Just take the expired coupon. If they want more money,
It
off
won't ring up. That's crazy. Take it for free.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, you can have it. Listen, we have to help
Thank
each
God
other.
Thank God I do not work retail anymore.
No.
I would be a fucking menace
Yeah.
in retail at this point.
I go to
because
your
I
checkout
do
line.
not care. I do not care about anything. You forgot your card? Oh, that's crazy. Da-da, voided. See ya. Go quick, fast out the door. Go quick, fast out the door. Go now. I just wouldn't. I like. Oh, I can't sit down while I'm checking people out. That's crazy. I signed up for a checkout position, not a fucking endurance job. I'm gonna go grab a chair. I'm not doing this shit.
That's why you work
Like,
at Aldi's. They get to sit down.
100%. It doesn't matter. I would be a menace in retail. I'm so glad I don't work there anymore, and I'm so glad when I worked in retail, I was not as aware of the capitalist hellscape we are working in. Because holy shit, it would have been rough back then.
Okay, so there are a couple of skills I think can just be like combined, and I know this is gonna ruffle your feathers, but I'm gonna say Slayer
Don't say
and
it.
Hunter.
Oh,
Slayer and Hunter are kind of the same thing. In the grand scheme, you're hunting, you're killing, right? You're doing an assignment to hunt and kill something, and then with Hunter, you're hunting and potentially killing stuff. So
I'm not teaching them Slayer till they're older though.
yeah, no, like
I'm not putting.
we're
them
not
at that
going
kind
into
of
the
risk.
we're not hitting up the deer blind at 4 years old. That's not going to happen. And I don't really like hunting, so maybe that could be your.
Yeah, I've never been hunting, so
You do
I
strike
don't
me as
know
the
much
hunter,
about
though.
it. I am not. I do not. I have never been hunting. I have never killed another land-based creature on purpose. I think I hit a raccoon one time while I was driving home, but other than that, I don't think I've done anything like that.
I don't think I have.
Yeah,
I went
don't know. I've
turkey
never been
hunting, but never got a turkey. I remember doing it. Like I remember being there, but it just doesn't appeal to me. So maybe we have like one of their uncles or aunts take them hunting.
I think if I were ever to go hunting, I'd want to go bow hunting. Because I'm a pretty crack shot, or at least I used to be. I haven't shot a rifle in a really long time. But back in the day, I used to be a pretty crack shot. And it just doesn't seem fair to like take out a deer from like 600 yards away with a sniper rifle.
Right.
I know I'm going to hit the shot.
Right.
So I think I'd want to go bow hunting strictly for the like, it feels more fair.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, if I'm going to kill something, I want it to be something of a challenge for me.
Sure.
And I'm sure there are hunters who are like, oh, you don't understand. It's a different, like, yes, it's a different caliber weapon. It's a different thing you got to pay attention to. But I definitely think a bow hunting in like a tree stand would be way more fun for me. Chaos Cleric says me to train the deer how to shoot back. Yeah, no, that's like most dangerous game type shit. And I'm not there yet. I'm not that rich and I'm not that bored. We don't need to do that quite yet.
That's hilarious. What is
You're training prayer. You're training prayer. You're the
But
good
like-
Christian homeschool
But I'm
boy.
not though. You know, like not
You're
to
the
get
good
too
Christian
deep, but like
homeschool boy.
you know, religious deconstruction over here. We'll see. We'll let them choose their
I
own
went to
path.
Catholic school. Listen, I went to Catholic school for 12 years. I know all about the religious deconstruction. I'm telling you right now.
Let
You
them
could-
choose
you
their
could
own
teach-
path.
You can teach that.
I want to know what herb lore is to you. Is that like we're making potions, or is that we're smoking weed? Because I don't know.
Let's just get drunk. Let's just get drunk. Let's teach them how to. Well, like 21st birthday, you get to start training herb lore. 18th birthday, you get to start training herb lore. I don't care. 16th, I don't care. We're gonna get drunk. That's the game plan.
A little sip of
Because
wine
we're
at
gonna use
family
herb lore.
gatherings.
Tiki is having a heart attack right now, thinking about you and I teaching a child how to make drinks. Not because the child is learning how to make drinks, because we are dog shit at making drinks. So, yeah, I would probably, you know, look into that.
Are you teaching fletching? Along with like
I
the
don't know
range.
how to fletch.
Well, you need to learn because our kids, if they're going to be like shooting crossbows and bows, they need to make their
You're
own
the
arrows.
artisan. No, I'm the crack shot. You're the artisan. I think you should teach
So
fletching.
you teach
'cause
them
I
how
don't
to-
know how to fletch shit.
You teach them how to do it, and I supply the ammunition. Okay,
Yeah, sure.
we'll do that during our crafting. We'll just like combine crafting and fletching. We'll do that in one class. Okay, the last one that I don't have an answer for is rune crafting. Like, what the hell is a 4-year-old gonna know and want to know about rune crafting, and why?
Fear says, so here's how to put together an AR.
Fletching. Oh man.
Rune crafting. That's a good one.
We'll outsource that one. They'll go to school for that. We'll sip them off to Arceus.
It's got the name crafting in it. I think it's got to be you.
It's a field trip.
We
It's
probably
a field
lump
trip.
it together with magic.
Oh sure.
Sure, it'll be a field
It's a
trip.
field trip over to the Arceus mines. I think that was it. We didn't talk about fire making, but that one's kind of like that's easy. That's just like camping. We're going camping and we're gonna learn how to woodcut and fire make and hunt. Maybe that could be fun. We'll do a family camping trip. We'll go learn how to woodcut, chop down the trees for your kindling and your fire, and then you learn how to fire make. Man, we're good parents. We're good parents.
Damn right we are. We didn't do strength and defense, but we'll just cover that with attack. It'll be fine.
I think that's called therapy.
Strength and defense. It could be.
Yeah. You learn how to
But-
inner strength and defend against panic attacks. I don't know.
Tell me you haven't been to therapy in a long time without telling me.
Thank you, Otis, for that question. That was after that was like during he sent me that 2 hours ago. Like when we started recording. It's pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
Very nice.
Well, awesome. Thank you, Otis. That is the end of the fun question. It also means it is the end of the episode. Folks, we're so glad you were able to tag along with us this week. If you liked it, check out every link you'll ever need. It's in the description below. Social media, Discord, all the cool stuff. Don't forget to comment and subscribe for your chance to win a Neve giveaway. Check out our merch store for some awesome merch that Michael is currently showcasing for you guys right now. Don't forget to start looking into stuff for RuneFest, folks. RuneFest is only a couple of months away. It's only 5 months away. No, 9, 6, 8, 7 months away? 7
What
months
is it,
away.
Oxie? Which one?
It's 7 months away because I thought September was 7, which makes sense until Julius Augustus Caesar came along
Ugh.
and made 2 more months and threw off everything. That's why it's Sept, Oct, Nov, Dec,
Yeah.
and it's not 7, 8, 9, 10.
I'm really
So-
mad at him. I think we
I
should
know,
make
you ruined
December
it.
what is October and then just throw in 2 months after that. I don't know.
I think we should stab Caesar.
Let's
That's the thing
do it.
We should do. I'm
Respectfully.
gonna call 20. I'm gonna call 20 of my closest friends, and we're gonna go stab Caesar. What do you think?
Respectfully.
A2,
For legal
Michael?
reasons, that's
All
a
right,
joke.
Well, with that, it's a history joke.
I know.
If anyone's listening to that, going, "Oh my God, Oxie's gonna hurt someone,"
No, listen.
read a book.
We're getting flagged on YouTube right now. The bot is listening to this conversation. They said, "Oh, they want to stab somebody." No, listen. The joke.
Fear says 20 of his closest friends.
Hell yeah.
God sake, yeah, reported. All right. Well, with that, we're gonna go get flagged on YouTube for disrespecting the late great Julius Caesar. Hey guys, have a good week. Have a good weekend. We will see you guys next week. Bye everyone.